Bitcoin whipsaws and liquidates tens of millions of dollars in Bitcoin longs and shorts, all at the same time in true, wonderful crypto fashion. We have China banning short selling of its stocks as the country nears a new reset need. And we also have some very disturbing images coming out of the sky. Are the airplanes that we ride on all going up in flames? All this and more on today's Blockchain Basement. We are the bread and butter of all the information that's been swimming across the internet for crypto news.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What do you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Over 2 years, he's made like 17K on Roblox. And he's
What?
Like 12.
You never listen to me, and we must be married. Yeah, well, how much are you investing? $100.
400 to 600,000. The
think it's
generational signals are now. Now.
You're spread so thin, that's how you get in on Snake. Snake's been my biggest winner.
I'm out of here. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Fine. We need to make this studio bigger. Eron, I forgot you're coming down.
One more space.
Are we going paintballing? Are we going paintballing there? Are we doing it again?
I think the 28th.
The 28th?
What's up, guys?
I think so.
What's up, everyone? My God, we have a show to run here.
You need to sit all cattywampus and then put the blanket and then act like Hannah.
You have to kind of like.
Hannah is here.
You have to
Hannah just got a
drape it.
haircut.
Thanks for joining us, dude. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. We got to get more mics, though. We got to get a bigger mixer, I think. We got quite a crew here for today. What a day in crypto. Started off the day pretty red, pretty sad. Right before the stream went live, Bitcoin woke up in true chaotic fashion. We'll just zoom in a little bit so we can see what I'm talking about here. This was the whipsaw that we were talking about. Woke up and prices just tried to continue on downward. Did not break below 40,200 though. So in essence, I am still not,
We're down to
raising
56
down to 56
on the fear and greed.
Oh, are we really?
Yeah.
Are we really? That's excellent.
Am I the
This
only
is
one who
wonderful.
immediately looks at that every
You
time?
are, you are.
When did they add that? Like 5-6 months ago? Before you all had.
You
Go to the website.
Yeah,
I
you
was
just have to go
like-
to another website.
Yeah.
This is a good bellwether. I naturally just felt like buying this morning. I picked up some render. Because that was like high on my to get list, render, and seeing it within the $3 range. I think I got it like $3.90.
Could you go to the render chart so
Yeah,
I could
Well, I
cry
went into the
at
threes,
where
so
I
that's
bought
good.
it
I
and
bought
sold
something
it?
like right around 4.
Got us at $4. Okay. Oh, what'd you say, Taco?
I was gonna say I want to show you where I bought and sold so you guys can make fun of me.
Okay, excellent. I like those moments. Let's go to the yearly. Where we got?
So yeah, we're not even in this year chart because was this well? Is this start on January?
This is 1 year's time frame.
Oh, it's just 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was buying around. Wait, go back.
Okay.
After the first uptick
This-
for 0.568.
Uh-huh.
So after that dipped, I bought it.
Okay.
So maybe around 70 cents.
Yeah.
Or maybe like $1.20. And then go to the right a little bit more. A
Okay.
little bit more, a little bit more. I sold up in there.
Okay.
So I made profit. But
It's nothing to be mad about,
yeah, I could have made like 300, 400%. Instead, I took a 1x or
This
2x.
project's still early, man. Like, it's at $1 billion market cap. It's had a lot of partnerships, hard-sided partnerships get set up to be done with Apple. It has a reasonable use case. AI is going to be a very strong narrative.
And Apple's new headset is coming out.
And Apple's new headset is coming out. That's right. I'm very bullish on render. Always have been, especially. I mean, I know Nick was talking about it when it was very, very cheap. I think it was like 40 cents.
Yeah, that's when I was looking into it.
Mm-hmm.
He brought it up.
Right about. I mean, Nick was railing about this thing in the real doldrums of the market, and really, I feel strongly about its use case, but also more. Just as important, I think, is the narrative and kind of what everyone's going to be talking about, what crypto is capable of for the future, because once the real excitement about Bitcoin's price action comes, then you get overall just heavy speculators. You know what I mean? You get the people that are going to be looking at the D-pin aspect. D-pin is going to be another narrative. We see real world assets are becoming more and more pushed. That's going to be a narrative that won't go away anytime soon. But render, I just felt like I wanted a good AI play. and I feel like Render was one of those. So yeah, I know a lot of us folks in the chat like it as well. We got Sold, Solidify, Crypto Stevo, Killed by Death, Terrible, Cali Crypto Dude, Nicole Ministrator, Veteran Crypto. What's up, everyone? But yeah, that was that's kind of one of the check boxes that I did. I did actually, today I kind of shifted gears into just more kind of traditional style DCAing, just kind of restarting that plan of weekly buys on crypto. Feel like the time is getting shorter and shorter for like really good entry points. So I want to make sure that I'm really, really focused on building my positions over the next, 5-6 months. And shout out to everyone, we're going to be going over it. I brought it up on the morning live stream. Trump coin I haven't heard anything otherwise. And I've been asking many, tell me, is there another meme coin that's hit $1?
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
WIF's about to.
WIF's about to. That's the great debate we had yesterday.
I think WIF's about to get put on Coinbase.
You think so?
I sold all my WIF. But yeah, I do think it's
Why?
coming. I sold it all into another meme coin and lost it all, which is what happens when you trade meme coins. But it's just part of it.
It is.
But yeah, WIF I think is definitely it bounced off 50 cents and
it got up to like 460 million.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best meme ever too. Just with a hat.
391.
Did we show yesterday? So they're opening up leverage trading, or I guess leverage trading on it opened up yesterday on Binance.
Yes, you did. We didn't show it.
It's still on Slack.
And you can do it on Mexi too.
I want to know your guys' opinions because it seems like when these coins get put on exchanges, they just go down. Like Pepe was the last one that was like hyped up.
Big thing right
as soon as it went on Binance, it has not reclaimed its that high.
But it's already at what, a $2 billion market cap? That's a question.
I think it was like $1 billion, $5 billion. So. Yeah, my question is, do you think these coins actually going on exchanges is good or bad?
I think it's a good thing.
Specifically,
I think it's a good thing.
In the short term, I feel like it's a bad thing, but in the long term, I feel like it's a good thing. Yeah, because these memes, they come and go, and once they come back, like you saw what Shiba Inu did, like it's just dead, and then all of a sudden it just skyrockets, and then it falls, it's dead, and then it skyrockets.
The WIF's market cap's at $392 million.
Oh wow, it's like 30 million since I left home.
People saying Myro too. I think Myro will get added to Coinbase.
So here's the thing. So if Dogwif Hat, and this is relevant, if it hits I think it's a $612 million market cap, it puts it in the top 100.
$612 million market cap?
Yeah.
Wow. That's all it takes to get in the top 100. That's crazy.
605 now.
605.
Okay.
So whereas Miro, I think, is in like the top 200. Yeah, look at the market cap.
Yeah, it's about
237 mil.
It's like a third of the market cap.
And what's the supply?
Total supply
is almost the same.
That's the new like standard is the billion.
One shy of a billion.
I like that.
It's pretty wild. In the middle of the bear market, you'd have to go maybe it's like rank 30 to get past $1 billion. Now we're up to 67. After 67 is when we fall off after $1 billion.
Really?
So like 30 projects, give or take.
That is such simple stuff, but it's such good context. $1 billion. That's huge context to keep in mind. Yeah. Like, we focus, and we're obviously here every day. We look at crypto news every day, and we're hyper in tune with it. But there are times where we forget that the attention isn't here yet. We're building bags ahead of time that are actually in really good positions, honestly.
Well, I can tell the tension's not here. How many likes do we have?
Yeah, where is the likes at, Owen? Yeah. Unbelievable. 45?
What?
We should just end the stream now.
Yeah, let's just. You guys are not simping hard enough. I'm out.
We're ending.
We're hungry. You're not simping. You don't care.
Doesn't matter.
Tucker's going to go deadlift and cry.
You deadlifted something pretty good yesterday.
I mean, it's not that good.
I've
never deadlifted before.
I looked over and I was like, wow, is that BJ? And then it was. And you slammed that bar on the ground. Did a deadlift. I think it was 225.
Put it down gently.
No, ish. I wanted you to drop it,
Oh God, I was not dropping
feelings.
that.
David Solomon's talking about SAVM. Can we pull that chart up?
Oh, Bitcoin SV?
No, Satoshi's vision. It came out last night. I stayed up till 4 a.m. trying to figure out if it was a scam or not.
Was it on
Satoshi SV?
Yeah.
SAFV?
I bought it. I bought some, but I saw it and I watched it go up. Like it went up like 1100%
What's the ticker
yesterday.
that it's under?
SAVM.
How much
and I'm pretty sure it's the first like EVM chain that actually works.
I thought it was layer 2 on Bitcoin that uses the settlement layer on Bitcoin.
It's
a lot
different.
of volatility here.
I don't know 100%. But it's the look. Just look at the chart.
What percent? Or
it went up to.
top
I
10
bought
holders?
it at. See that bottom of that red dip? I bought it at like 4 a.m. last night. Literally 4 a.m. I went to bed. I bought it at $8, and now it's at 11. But I saw it at 6 yesterday.
Yeah?
After it was up 600%, and I literally thought it was a scam because the liquidity was so bad. It wanted me to put it up to like 15% slippage to get it.
Jesus.
And I was like, I'm not doing this, especially if it's up 700% already.
Right.
Well, that's why I was going to ask what's in the top 10 holders.
Oh my
Like,
god.
that's one of the first things you really want to look at.
And this was an IDO, so bear in mind a lot of people got into the IDO
at 5 cents. There, I did the math last night. Yeah, so many people are up. So
then
I would not buy this right now. But it was very risky. But like
I've
also,
seen that.
it
A lot of
could. Everyone was
influencers.
talking about it. I FOMO'd so hard into this.
But you had
that's-
Zach XPT call out all of the influencers for
Everyone pushed it at the exact same time. Yeah.
yeah, it was
And
an
everybody said, I
influencer
put in
pump-
50, all the like airdrop influencers I follow on Twitter were like, I just put in
mean, that
50K.
influence
And they
push-
all had the contract address before.
It
So it
better-
was very sketchy. But when there is that much stuff on a brand new project, then the market cap was like 60 million. I mean, I'd rather put my money into that than a meme coin.
You just put your money
If this
in
is
a meme
not
I
a
mean, it
meme,
feels
but I
like-
think this has some tech behind it. But I
so?
definitely FOMO'd and did no research when I put this money in.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So we're gonna do some follow up retroactive research to see where you ended up. Right, because the push by influencers is going to end. Like those come and ebbs and
We will
flows,
see.
You know,
I do think it is the time in the market right now where new projects can come out and do very well, though. So
let me see.
The
this
question
list.
a little later in the market, I would not be buying
we
projects that are
know
launching like this. Though.
that he
Yeah.
was successful when he put spinners on his FJ. Can we bring back
Oh,
spinners and Jinkos? by
I
the
used
way?
to love spinners when I was a kid.
I'm sure you did.
Whoever said you sold all of your WIF for Pyth, that's probably going to be a long-term good play.
Yeah, Pyth I think is going to be good long term. Short term, it's had a little bit of ups and downs. Satoshi VM, man, I got to look at this. We had some other ordinal stuff too. I noticed on these Bitcoin pizzas that you can click in. God, let me in.
Those
Let
look cool.
me
I
in.
like
Bottom
those. Those
right
look like
little thing.
doodles, kind of.
Yeah, let's see if it loads on this
Doodles?
computer. It was
Yeah, a lot
kinda
of these
weird.
new chains, NFTs are.
Where is
It'd
this?
be really smart to get into them. I have a thing though. I'm not allowed to trade NFTs.
Really?
I'm very bad at them.
This is the thing
love
I thought
NFTs.
was cool is that they inscribed games. You play SNES. You got to scroll down here, play SNES, and you can
SNES?
choose. Yes, almost.
Oh,
Snake.
that's cool.
Yeah, so you could choose a bunch of different
Snake.
games.
Is
They
that Snake?
inscribe these.
If the name is Snake.
Let's see. They don't. I think I have a snake.
Is that?
Well, these are
that's
Atari
Pong.
games,
They have
champ.
Pong.
Yeah, let's see.
This is
It's kind of fun. You got to know the controls. Look up the controls, but yeah, it definitely plays
You have to
games
have
on
the
chain.
NFT to play the games.
No, you don't. I could click into it and play it. It's just kind of a cool visualization to further solidify what we're talking about putting on things on chain, Bitcoin ordinals on chain. Now they have these games inscribed into these.
So here's the
pretty
question:
cool
Is
to
this
see.
how we slow down Bitcoin and
Oh my god!
change the timing of the halving?
I was listening to it was basically a conversation / debate between Bitcoin developers about this whole Bitcoin ordinals ecosystem and if they even should build beyond what Bitcoin is right now. It is a hot debate. You have one side of the aisle that's pissed off that this is even being discussed on the Bitcoin maxi side, and then the other side being pissed off because they're not being able to or openly accepted to continue.
But as we
building
talked about,
these, so-
like if mining's going to become centralized, you need to find an incentive for people.
Yeah.
And ordinals, I feel like, will do that. The
Mhm.
question is that again, what point do you start clogging up the network and slowing it down block times and increasing fees?
Absolutely.
But, like,
Absolutely.
you have to find some other incentive besides just strict mining
Yeah.
because it's not there anymore.
I mean, it's pretty
I mean,
interesting.
it is there for people with massive volume.
And look at like another thing. We had the ordinals news about Trump trading cards. I picked up one of these. I definitely did not pick up 100 of these things, but apparently, if you purchased 100 Trump digital trading cards, then as part of the purchase, they're going on Bitcoin ordinals. They're going to be minted as Bitcoin ordinals. My God, that's going to be interesting to see where those things end up.
Yeah, good luck trying to get one, but I guarantee they go up a ton.
I know, right?
Whoever Trump has on his team, his crypto team, is a real degens because
Dude, totally.
Getting into Bitcoin ordinals, like that's like past just like 3-4 layers of like crypto. Like first,
that's like 4 a.m. Johnny.
Yeah, it is.
I think ordinal volume surpassed all of the NFTs right now. At least
go to
like
CryptoSlam.io. It clearly has been showing that Bitcoin and ordinals and BRC20s are just taking the spotlight.
Crypto undeads.
I'm really hoping my ordinal I made a long time ago.
You got Solana pretty top up there. Crypto undeads.
Solana's probably up there because of the undead crypto undeads, which that's a whole interesting story. There's like no team, there's no Discord, there's no roadmap, there's no plans. The art was unrevealed.
Oh, sounds solid.
And the team and their hype train on Twitter, they were able to mint out, and I think they made like 3 million.
Really?
Wait, were all those red flags and they still minted out?
Yeah, I mean, but they did it pretty smart. They reached out, or they included 90 different NFT projects to have the opportunity to get like a raffle ticket, and then you could have won a mint spot. So I mean, it paid off for everybody because the mint was 3 ETH, and then they were trading on secondary pre-reveal for around like 15 to 20 Solana. So right there, that's like a 5x, 6x.
That's not a bad move.
Yeah,
that's not a bad move.
And then
all.
There's even a funnier story with this. In the past, hackers or people that are able to read metadata were able to go into like the data of these NFTs and see which ones were the rare ones and snipe them before they get revealed. So people were speculating that was happening with these crypto undeads because somebody spent 80 Solana on one of them, thinking like, oh, they know something. They know that this one is going to be a rare one. Turned out to just be a floor one. So they overpaid for literally a floor NFT.
Oh,
also, very importantly in chat, Crypto Stevo says, Taco is such a stud. I bet he gets all the babes. Wow.
Whoa. Just had to say it out. Make him feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He gets all the babes.
When you find them, let me know.
Yeah. In other news in Bitcoin, this is a live look at Bitcoiners at the beginning of December when we hit 41K. And now today, this is how they feel now that the ETFs have been approved and we have fallen back to the same level. So, keep your head up. We got a long time of stacking and bull market to come activities. This I thought was interesting.
Before you move on,
what's that?
The video you just showed?
Yeah.
That's like all over America.
And I know.
So sad, and it's like
it's
what the hell is going on? Let's send more money to Ukraine.
It's not good. This also happened. Winter weather on Bitcoin mining. Pretty crazy.
Ooh.
I would hate to wake up to that. Yeah, very expensive.
Each of those are what, like
$8
BJ probably, BJ, how much of those?
10 grand, right?
Maybe, but like,
how's that happen too? You're supposed to keep those like at Bitcoin at the Bitcoin conferences. They had those this year, and they were
those
huge, like walk-in, sealed, insulated shipping containers full of them.
Yeah, how did the snow get in?
That's probably like 200 grand in miners at least, probably.
Yeah.
And I would, if I had 200 grand in miners, I would protect them a little bit better.
For sure. My chickens have better coverage than this.
It did get super unreasonably cold across the country this week, though.
I had to lower the heater down closer to the chickens so they didn't freeze. They're very cold. They eat a lot more when it's cold too. They stop making as many eggs. It's a very sad situation. I see a lot of people talking about garbage pail NFTs. I think I tried to buy some of those. I think Johnny has a bunch of those. I think he's been collecting those for a long time. I think so. I have no idea. He would always come to me.
I have a bunch of. I like Wax's NFTs.
Yeah,
I have a bunch of cool and early. I have a bunch of the early Braves NFTs from when they won the World Series, and they were the first baseball NFTs. So I'll hold them for like 10 years, and we'll see what happens.
Wax has been just.
It's like a dormant
ghost chain.
I work in NFTs. I talked to like every NFT company this year, and literally no whispers of Wax. Maybe I'm just not in the right circles.
Really?
Well, their blockchain is.
I love Wax.
it's not complicated for us, but for a new person, it's like, all right, you got to stake some GPU, you got to stake some CPU.
That part got a little
it is
annoying.
very
and then you need
annoying.
some RAM. Oh, wait. And then the game that you're trying to play, it requires more RAM. So you're going to need to deposit more.
Yeah.
I tried to pull out
It
all my
became a
wax I was
nightmare.
staking the other day, and I couldn't figure out. So I think I have a bunch of wax staked.
You better find
still.
that out.
And then there's like Wax E, and then there's Wax P, and then there's you can like bridge it to Ethereum, and yeah, it's kind of wonky.
Hold on. Something came to mind. You were talking about some problem you had getting out of injective.
Yeah, I've been looking into some new blockchains that I feel like are gonna be explosive. So I was looking at Say and Injective.
Yeah.
So if you want to get into Injective and you have a Coinbase account, don't do what I did. Do not buy Injective and then think you can transfer it out into the Injective blockchain, because you can't. So what I recommend is getting Cosmos, and then you can send Cosmos out to the Cosmos blockchain, and then you swap it for Injective. And then in the Kepler wallet, you can like stake it, and hopefully the validator that I'm in will give me an airdrop someday.
Yeah, the Celestia ones. I've given out like $5,000-$10,000-ish ones.
All Layer is going to give airdrop to Celestia stakers and Egan Layer stakers.
That's the last one I need to do. One of the last ones I need to do. Egan.
And then
Say
is it Egan or is it Egan?
Is it Say or is it Sui or is it Sway?
These
Lots.
need to be
We need to.
decided now.
Someone needs to make like a new 2024 bull run crypto dictionary, because I still refuse to say hodl. I say hodl.
Dictionary or pronunciation guide? Because there's a difference.
Both.
I think you should make it.
Dude, I can't spell or talk.
Well, I think that we need to figure it out now, because Sui and Say and Eigenlayer,
they're all big, and they're going to
Manta.
be huge.
That's another one.
Manta dropped yesterday as well. That's the one I was looking to buy when I was looking
It's
at
up
SAB
20% right now.
Yeah, do you know what it's at? Because
$2.12.
Okay, so yeah, it's hovering. I think it's still like capitulating there, and it's finding its bottom. But it went up to like 3. It launched at 36. Went up to like 3, and now it's around 2. If I can get it at under 2, I don't know if it'll go under 2. But I would like to try to pick up a little bag.
Let's see here. It's at 250 right now.
Their whole entire airdrop got all fudded because people were pissed, including myself. I mean, I bridged over. I had half an ETH just sitting there for probably a month. I didn't get any of these NFT boxes that you're supposed to get, and I didn't get any airdrops. So that sucked.
Yeah. And Sui had the same problem. Well, not really the same problem, but people expected an airdrop because there's so many other.
Yeah, we were using their test net for a while,
right?
Just getting our faucet little airdrop.
That took a lot of energy out of me. You know what I mean? I was just like, I did a lot of swaps, and it wasn't like I was, demanding a payment, but I just don't have all the time, like, to get into all the different projects and be all over the place. Like,
it's so stressful.
Well, it's not really stressful. It's just the time consumption.
Have 4 kids, that's stressful.
Yeah, definitely. Like I'm in like 15 or 16 airdrops now. Hopefully,
you're in 15 or 16.
I have put in some work.
Holy shit!
So I did one last night. I was about to see it. It looks good. What was it? I sent it to my friends.
I didn't get anything.
Wow.
What the fuck,
I guess we're not your friends.
What is it called?
Unbelievable.
Look at he's just trying to nonchalantly pretend like
I'll send it to you guys. I'm about to tell you right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're
Did I not
you're
send it to my friends?
Now we're gonna get in after you dump on us.
You know what? I think I sent it. I just got a new phone. I think I sent it on my other phone.
Oh, you have 2 phones.
It's called like Aveo.
Plausible
I think it's
deniability. That's what it's called.
Okay. AVEO.
AVEO.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
But
we got it.
It's like a
ladies and
new.
gentlemen.
It's a new.
I got a coin
it's a new
called
perp dex
GFY.
that's built on
GTFO.
Or that one.
See, I've done so many that they're all like blending together.
That's
If I don't
what
have my
yeah.
computer out, I'm like, okay, what was it?
Yeah.
But it was, I think it was Aveo, and I did like, so I did, it was one of the perp dexes where you can do leverage trading.
See,
and
that-
I tried
So you're
to, I
wash
did
trading
like,
to get
I tried
volume?
to get, I got like $20,000 in trading volume last night with $200. I put in $200.
Okay.
And I put on 20x leverage, and I just traded back and forth a few times. And then I provided liquidity on their pool. And so now, and I'm leaving the $100 in there for like a few.
So you're being real active on it.
You know what I was
Yeah, I've been
thinking?
staking on margin fi. I'm doing the MarginFi, Drift, Camino Finance, and then
I wanted to do
and you can like loop them all together, and you can
EtherFi?
use one set of money to make you eligible for like 3 or 4 airdrops with
The one
just one set of money.
I was thinking about Ether.fi, I think is what it is.
I think I've heard of that, but I've not done that one. But yeah, there's so many.
ETH, and then you can stake it on Pendle. And you can
Pendle.
like boost your rewards.
Yeah.
You need a VPN for Pendle.
Tokenomics on Pendle. Look really
And
good.
Johnny was telling me about Pendle last night, how you can get Pendle and boost your rewards, and it kind of decays. This was new to me. You get Pendle, and it decays over your like vested period. Let's say 6 months. So it starts out like let's say 100, and by the time your vested period is done, you have 0 Pendle, but then you can claim your Pendle. But I wish I knew all this maybe like 2 months ago because it's at an all-time high.
Oh my gosh.
And Johnny's telling me to buy it so you can dump on it.
You would have sold at the bottom.
Dude, we've been talking about Pendle forever. It's just like, it wasn't the right time for it to be exciting, right? Like, Pendle, just for...
It's starting right now, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's another example of, like, telling people about things that are going to do well. They do well. I'm not mad at myself for not being focused because I wouldn't have put my whole bag in this thing, but we were freaking screaming about this thing back here. Actually, even before we were in end of 2022, beginning of 2023. This is where the risky play of Pendle was being brought up here, and it's doing much better than at the time, but it seemed like a crazy idea at the time. So I understand why it's only now getting exciting.
What's the circulating?
Circulating supply is at 238 million Pendle,
and circulating is 92%. And there's go down.
Let's go here.
And they're all out. Yep, that looks great. I need a bag of that.
And this is where I was gonna kind of find my access to it. EtherFi, get in on Pendle. I don't have my wallet connected to this computer.
Oh, this is what you were doing on the staking stuff the other day.
Yeah, I got this going. This is all Ethereum L1, which
I'm good.
Sucks for gas. That's why he's good.
If you don't have a lot of money, do the free ones.
I can't believe
testnet ones.
Dude, how is Trump...
Even if you have a lot of money, it's the principle.
So that Satoshi Vision one has an airdrop coming out, I think. I'm going to look into it tonight, but it's the testnet one. Everybody was pissed about that last night, too, because they thought that was going to be an airdrop first, but then they did like an IDO, I guess. So
okay.
I don't know. The market is crazy right now, and it's okay if you're stressed out, and you can't catch every single thing. So, like, I was walking around my house last night kind of clenching my fists about I didn't get into that SVM thing. Jeez, so many acronyms.
I know.
SAVM, whatever it is.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't catch them all. So, I was walking around yesterday, and I had FOMO that I missed out, and I watched it like 7x.
Yeah.
Because that was something, too, if you were just sitting at your computer and you watched it launch, because it was
was
put out on a
looking at it
DEX that
last
like
night.
you probably could have got in at like it launched at 5 cents and went to 5 cents to 100, 5 cents to $15. I did the math last night. It was like you'd make like 150 grand off of $500.
But then, like you were saying earlier, people got the contract address early and they were able to get in and dump on you.
But that that could be
a
good thing.
It's always
not getting dumped on, but like. I would be interested, BJ, to look at the wallet holdings.
You'd be interested in getting dumped on?
No, I would like to do some like
I have
some on-chain sleuthing
OnlyFans.
and see who the holders are of that. But also something to do when that happens. I found this new guy on YouTube. I like him. His name's like Handsome Finance. He only has like 500 subs. He's he's a French dude, but he does like on-chain sleuthing. And so yesterday, like he went and he found. Say you find someone who added the contract address, got in, put 50K in. Made a bunch of money. So he went and he looked at it and he goes, so what else are they holding? And he finds all these other small coins. And I really like that kind of investing. It's pretty interesting.
I found the biggest scam coin last night on Twitter. Pull my screen.
Please be careful on Twitter.
No.
If you click on anything on Twitter,
this is crazy.
I see scams every day. If you click on anything on Twitter, on the tweet, just make sure it doesn't have an ad thing on the top, right? That's like the easiest way to get scammed.
Ad or the account didn't get compromised.
Don't trust it just because it's a yellow check. They lowered the price of yellow checks by 50%.
Gary Gensler and the SEC, they got hacked.
All right, so here is the scam. Move my face.
Twitter is the number one way for sure to get hacked in Twitter.
Thanks to Rhinor for calling this scam out. Tokenomics of this project are absolutely disgusting. 27 trillion in circulating supply.
All he's doing, he's describing
USD.
Yeah, it's dollars.
This is USD.
30% of supply.
Yeah, dude, that was obvious.
Well, because you guys kept yapping about being responsible.
Well, this meme has also happened a million times.
I know, but it's a good reminder.
Great every time.
It's a good reminder, because we're talking about meme coins.
I love pissing off normies with this because they're like, crypto's a scam. And I'm like, oh, what makes it a scam? And they'll describe stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, here's one. And then you tell them it's USD.
I know. And that's what makes
And
me
then they
more
just get
comfortable.
mad at you and they give you the fluoride stare.
Yeah, the fluoride stare. Oh, you went there, bro. Bro, you're not supposed to go there.
I did.
They'd have no choice. There's nothing else that you will die without water very quickly. Was it 24 hours?
They create filters.
Okay. Well, not everyone's a hillbilly like me. I have a whole house water filter.
Yeah.
I pee into filtered water.
Oh,
You know
like
what I mean?
you pull a Kevin Costner
I don't know.
from
about that.
Waterworld when he pees in the Mr. Coffee and then gets like Taster's Choice.
That's
I
really
thought you were
disturbing.
cultured.
I mean, that's
I need to
really
rewatch
disturbing.
that movie.
That's
That's
really
a good.
disturbing.
I want them to remake that movie.
No, it was the first movie to ever have rotoscoping in it. It is legendary.
Oh my God, we're
Not everything needs to be remade unless it's Ethereum, and then you
Whoever
look at,
made Mad Max.
We
if
look
they
at the
remade
coin
it,
that
it'd be
Drake
good.
was shilling.
I need to ask you first
You
about
say Drake?
this.
Drake.
Great segue, but first I need to ask you,
Toronto
Taco,
coin.
is this real? I don't know if we can hear it. I'll try to turn it up. Maybe watch my sound levels here. This is apparently Dwight Howard.
Is it a deep fake?
This is Dwight Howard, and I am super excited to be creating on this chain and really looking forward to exploring deep into the Dokio Steady and more. Also, I want to send a special hello to Eamon for the warm welcome. You're doing a great job building, brother. I'm looking forward to seeing all of your Dwight
Celebrities
Howard
are here.
NFTs soon.
It's definitely a
Ooh,
warm.
Lord, they gonna be fine. See y'all soon. Peace.
Okay.
Dwight.
I couldn't really hear. What was he saying?
Okay, it's Dwight Howard talking about
Just shilling a coin.
he's shilling a coin. He's shilling like a whole blockchain sounding system that's being put out.
Started with a D, I think.
Yeah, let me go to his
Dwight coin.
There was another NFL player.
let's see.
A lot of
here.
Who is
a lot of
shilling
athletes
crypto?
are getting
Yeah,
into-
Tom Brady.
Oh, no, he's talking.
I would not advise getting into any crypto that any celebrity.
I
is
know
endorsing.
that made me feel.
That
really
is a
awesome.
rule of
You're
thumb. Just
telling
don't
me
do it.
Yeah,
That Ethereum Max.
That is
Kim
the one.
Kardashian
It's
That's what I was
LEO.
just
That's
about to
right.
bring up.
Radio
Was a-
control. That's the
was a
one.
scam.
yes. I would run away from that.
think.
He's bullish on Avalanche. Great, so am I.
Because like it's weird. Like I haven't seen how
Alien
much
might be
Dwight
ABO.
Howard
There's
has
an
aged,
ABO
but he
and
like
Alien.
has that vibe of like, a really old black dude that doesn't look old. But like I know he's not that old. Like, is that what Dwight looks like now?
I mean, I was kind of confused by the angle of the camera.
Yeah.
on the
It could
shot.
be
He's
easily
not as
be a
flattering
deep
as-
Because
fake
he's my
or
age.
something.
He's
Because that
your
was like
age?
Yeah,
very
because
low
he used to
quality.
play it-
And
I mean, he played for
Bad angle.
Orlando Magic for a
Yeah.
while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure if I remember right, he went to like Greater Atlanta Christian or whatever, which was a small school, and we used to have to play him in high school.
Really?
And like it literally was a one on a team.
Just get wrecked.
They would literally would just cherry bomb it down to him, and he would just dunk, and you're like, this is the stupidest shit ever.
Oh my God.
Super nice dude though.
Yeah, I
Or,
mean,
like-
it's just like seeing that kind of weird delivery and like the terrible camera angle, and it just felt really awkward. Be careful with
It's like
those
those
types of
memes.
things.
What you see, what she sees.
Yeah, yeah, totally, yeah. Just like really weird situation there.
Sorry, intern. This is just a shit show
yeah,
down here.
it's a total shit show. Here's something interesting. Joe Biden working on talking about Hunter's drug abuse ended up with a giant banner reading Hunter High at the high school she was speaking at. So that's great. I think they do this on purpose, just to kind of rub it in our face.
Look at that person says, "I love Hunter High."
Yeah, I love Hunter.
Well, it's
High.
also called. No.
Simulation is real, ladies and gentlemen.
It's too good.
What else do I got here? This is how this is Bukele from El Salvador talking about the Federal Reserve prints money. Basically, just re-emphasizing the fact that if you have a government that's printing you into oblivion, then it's not only immoral, it destroys some basic economic principles like saving. And I think that the idea and understanding that our savings is being surely whittled away year after year on purpose by the central bank is enough of an incentive for myself right in and of itself to how's my value outside of that system? And that could be Bitcoin, that could be real estate, that could be hard iron goods, that could be beans and bullets and chickens. Chickens. But if you do get chickens, you have to deal with them when it's very cold.
I was going to say, you got to keep them warm.
You get some Bitcoin miners and put them in the same enclosure.
That is a great idea.
Because they'll peck at the wires and stuff.
Oh, you could enclose it.
I know.
Survival
they had
of the fittest.
at the Bitcoin conference this year. They had one.
That's true.
A Bitcoin miner heating a hot tub, and I thought that was a great idea.
Heating hot tub.
Except I walked up to it at one point over the weekend, and it was at like 140 degrees. And I asked the guy, I was like, "Is that?" I don't think it's supposed. It was a human cooker at that point.
Okay, I like it. It's like Bitcoin powered suicide machines.
But yeah, that's why a lot of the energy companies are getting into Bitcoin mining, is because they have a ton of excess energy.
Well, there's places we can put that to work. Haven't you seen Canada? They're working on suicide machines.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
Also, they also have geothermal Bitcoin miners. Is like, that's why all the Bitcoin miners, like the biggest mining places, are in place like I think like Iceland or somewhere, places where it's super cold, because then they have to use less electricity to cool everything.
Well, they got the gas flaring coming. They can capture methane off of trash and landfills.
And I think they're powering it through the geothermal stuff too.
Yeah.
Some of the Bitcoin mining stuff is super interesting.
Gradient?
I've never gotten into it. BJ knows the most about mining, I think.
Here's a reminder about why we complain about the House of Cards, that is our fiat currency. Is the office vacancy rate in the United States jumped to a record 19.6% in quarter 4 of 2023. Yes.
So that they can turn them into housing units by all the major companies that are about to get tax cuts for doing this.
Yes. I can't disagree with that. Agenda.
I kind of like that.
Well, is it...
We talked about this on Monday.
No. It's mixed use type 3A is the building type, but there was, I know it's like so cliche to say Agenda 2030, but there's a push by developers in primarily city centers to have people live above their banks and their retail and their little coffee shops, so they can live above their actual locations where they spend money. Not only do they make money hand over fist on very low tax needs for that property, you have people built on top of each other. It's very profitable, but we do see this as a bad sign for the outstanding loans that commercial real estate does have involved with on the macro scale. This marks its largest quarterly increase since 2021 and a higher vacancy rate than previous record of 19.3%. And now new office construction just hit its lowest level since 2012.
The funniest would be, because I know we already talked about this, that similar to basically labor towns that happened back in like the 1800s, where you worked, you also lived in a building that your employer also owned. So it'd be fun to look at all this real estate and see if it's like, oh, like Google's headquarters is right around that. And it's like Disney's headquarters. It's like what major headquarters are all around. So San Francisco would probably be a fun one to do.
It's a perfect example. You have thousands of examples of engineers that live in their cars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Next to the headquarters. And then they go in there, they make 170, 180 a year, and then they go back to their car and go to sleep.
Yep.
And then they go back and work. So that is something, but not only the long-term corporate enslavement potential of that, we also see a big need for a shift in how monetary policy is done, or just taking away even more transparency, just flip the board over and start a whole new game for them, which is a potential. That's why I prep, because that's a potential that I see that's intrinsically in these leaders' back of their mind. They know that things are getting to a breaking point, just a matter of time before they flip the script and change the mechanism that they transfer in. China stocks hit a rock bottom, $6.3 trillion market loss. Brokers have suspended short selling. China's stock market, we've been covering this for a little bit of time, the Hang Seng China Enterprise Index, and it's not going well. So essentially, this is what you get, more monetary controls, but we blocked trading on
Coinbase.
Well,
Robinhood.
Robinhood for sure.
Robinhood, but then
Coinbase
also
has done it multiple times.
Remember Spirit Airlines yesterday?
Yeah, I think they do it if it's over 20% one day.
Do they?
I think on anything.
Yeah,
I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I mean it's
imagine that happened in crypto.
I know it would.
It did.
That's what they were
Solana.
saying. Yeah, they were saying that, but that's
cares.
how I know that stat. Someone was joking about Bitcoin. They're like, it can never go. Like, they're just going to turn it off every day. Except not every day, but back in the day, literally And in the middle of a bull run, you're going to see 20%.
Did you guys see this plane on fire?
20% is a lot now.
Yeah, I had to call my friend because my friend just left Miami right when this happened.
Look at this.
I was super worried that was his flight.
That was today.
God, they're not being subtle with these chemtrails anymore.
No, it's on fire. An engine's on fire.
Looks like it's shooting flares.
No, that's
not
flares.
that a commercial airliner has flares, but
this is not good for Boeing.
Maybe they do.
This is bad for Boeing, though.
Well, the nice thing is
there's so much bad news about
as
Boeing.
Bad as that looks, and granted, the fuel is stored in the wings. You would think that one of the wings would lose angle of attack, but those planes can fly with a single turbine.
Really?
Yep.
Holy
it
cow!
Seems insane, and it doesn't seem true. But you can do it.
I mean, I'm kind of scared to go flying now. We've seen doors falling off the hinges. Pets' heads are falling off. You know
what's funny? I read a tweet.
Unbelievable.
Maybe it was around the time that the door flew off. A guy was on the plane and he was like, so is it insider trading if I am sitting on the plane of the door
and then short it?
And then and put a put in or a short on the stock? And Nick DeMonte was like, no.
I mean, I think that's legit.
Fair game.
That feels like fair game.
Well, I mean, it's potentially not insider trading depending on the pressure potential in the vacuum that's there.
Oh my God. You might be outsider trading. Yeah.
Sucked out, which is not going to happen.
That's true.
BJ, if that hole was smaller, would the vacuum be greater?
I don't know that answer, but I think
there was a lady last year who got her window blew out and her head got sucked out, and they tried to pull her back in and they couldn't, and she died. I don't know if it's he or she, but they died.
I mean, I would assume
they landed and they couldn't get her back in,
oh my God,
terrible. But so that's when I
like,
saw that video and I was like,
well, at that point,
people aren't getting sucked out like a movie.
I mean,
so
at
that's
that
good,
point, isn't it almost like a Venturi effect? Because I mean, you don't quite have that encapsulation between high pressure and low pressure, like the tunnel. But yet, that would be what that is. I feel like if it was small.
Yeah, I would imagine a smaller.
But I genuinely do not know.
Well, and at the rate that they're going, who knows if it's even sealed anymore? Yeah. How long is that? Preventative maintenance was a very high needs thing when I was in heavy industrial manufacturing. I can't, for the love of God, I don't understand how they're missing these things. You have preventative maintenance procedures in place for these types of machinery, especially aircraft. So it's pretty crazy to see. And, just one more thing. I was talking about China stopping the trading and all the potentials that we see out there. We do also have top NATO chiefs warning people to prepare by buying radios and flashlights. Coming out to the Swedish military, warned people to prepare for war and are considering conscription.
What are they going to do? Cover you in fondue?
Don't they already have conscription?
Immobilizing it, the NATO is calling on 90,000 troops to participate in the largest military exercise in decades. This broke just about midday yesterday. This is definitely something I'm watching. I did see Ukraine essentially tap out saying we need more funds. We'll be your hammer if you back us economically to the World Economic Forum.
Against Russia.
What, Ukraine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course they're against
Why
Russia.
are they going to be the hammer? That's half of the logo.
Okay. Well, that's a big debate. Is Vladimir Putin a dropout of the young global leaders that's now hell-bent on revenge, or is he an implant long-term? That's a big question.
One would never know, but he was 100% part of that.
He was 100% part of that. Vladimir Putin came up in the young global leaders, and
he's a KGB member.
He was a KGB member. But then also, you think about the infrastructure ties to Russia and China compared to the United States. The Russians are still in charge of running the cyber attack exercises for the World Economic Forum.
Well, here's where it seems like he's
and
a plan.
they're funding Iran to do it.
Let's create the theoretical thing where they supposedly found Osama bin Laden, even though his body was never shown, and they were able to pinpoint him. You have a man who's blatantly out in the open. When we've got frickin' lasers, I just want to say frickin' lasers, but if they really wanted to get rid of him, they could. And yet they're not. So that's what leads me more towards he's still a plan.
Yeah.
But
controlled opposition.
You'll never know. And it's just it's
a question that burns in my mind.
Yeah,
often.
but he was 100% part of that, but so was Malay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Malay went there. He said things that aren't very friendly to their initiatives, but he still was allowed the platform.
But the counter to that, it's like, for example, you were like, well, they would never let him say that. And it's just like the 4D chess where you're like, oh, well, he he pulled out, so you wouldn't say that, but yet they're giving him a stage and not silencing him. And
Look at this. Another plane thing just happened. This is in Loudon, Virginia. This just came out. Small passenger plane forced to emergency land on a parkway.
Cessna,
they're not Airbuses. Normal.
Yeah.
That happened on...
It's like a skydiving plane, little Cessnas.
You know the airport right here?
Uh-huh.
Like a year ago, a plane landed on the road in front of it, and there's a video of it. You can see it. It's crazy. They didn't die. They like successfully crash landed on the street and like dodged cars. It was crazy.
Yeah,
well, they did a good job.
Ground school. Like, you know what those little orange balls are on power lines? Do you know why those exist?
Wait, can I take
so they don't hit them, right?
Yeah, so a plane knows. To see them.
We see those all the time in Colorado mountains because the lines will go across mountains. So you'll have to have like a huge big bubble. Like, hey, don't hit this or you'll die.
But you can land that. I mean, that's why I prefer, like, I don't like the idea of helicopters, but it's like in ground school, like, they made us literally stall and shut off the engines and do landings.
They're so fun.
Like, you can glide them. You just put down the flaps to like a 70 degree, and it's like, it's not the smoothest landing, but like, you can glide those things decently, like Cessnas and like single prop.
That's intense, man. Think
about flying the helicopter too.
Technically, it's outdoors, so it's not intense.
Okay. It's in
cabins.
cabins.
Usually.
Yeah, but not intense.
He's unbelievable today.
Huge tent. I mean,
it is truly Friday.
Could happen.
Yeah.
It is truly Friday.
Scale it down.
Like the universe is just one giant tent under God's toenail.
Oh my God.
I'm in.
Here we brought up, well, actually, someone in the morning stream brought up XAI.
Oh, we're not bringing up the Josh tweet?
XAI is a good one.
Oh, yeah, we should. Yeah, where is that?
XAI?
Yeah.
What guys hear the latest celebrity who's building a bunker?
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross,
yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna find this.
That'd be like the first thing I did.
So is that the new
Except
move?
I wouldn't build like if I got super wealthy.
They tell everyone to build bunkers and then they flood us.
The last thing you should do if you're building a bunker is tell people you're building a bunker.
Shit.
So
yeah. Here's Joshua Jake. Be greedy when others are fearful. He's doing pretty good. He took profits right when we're at about 48K. Doing well. He's getting back in on some projects. Reasonable take. And then we have the Biscuit Jesus in all of his unreasonable glory. Oh, you're going to make me
greedy when others are fearful?
Is that a
Berkshire Hathaway?
No. You put Munger on there?
That's not Charlie Munger.
Who's it? Buffett?
Yeah.
That's Buffett.
Yeah.
You put Buffett on there.
I didn't make this meme. I just posted it.
Oh my God.
I just am a collector of memes.
Yeah.
So I can have my favorites folder on my phone that is full of perfect things like that.
I mean, it's important to have those in the background.
It's very important.
It's very important. The next to get, like, I've been watching, Moz token, MOZ, Mosaic. I think that
I've heard about that one.
Oh, like a subsidiary of Trisomy 23.
Who do I follow that?
21. Trisomy 21. I'm sorry.
Am I going crazy? What is that?
So Down syndrome.
Okay.
When it happens from the initial split, so when you're a single cell, and you split to two, across the cleavage furrow, what will happen is the microtubules will come, and it's supposed to separate all the chromosomes on each side. But what happens is it grabs. You have basically 2 chromosomes for the 21st and 2, and it will pull 3 in 1. So that's what Down syndrome is, trisomy 21.
Gotcha.
Mosaic is one that happens where you're a single cell, then 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, then 12, then 32. And then it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So technically you're a chimera, meaning some of your cell lineage has one genome and then the other. So you're not fully Downs.
I know some people like that.
But a lot of your cells are.
Interesting.
So that was the Mosaic thing.
Okay.
My head is a weird place.
Has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that.
No, but just you said Mosaic, and then I made a joke.
Yeah.
And
I'm pretty pissed that I didn't pull the trigger on this one rather than Render.
That happens.
I've heard of
you guys could educate yourself.
Dude, I like Mosaic.
Can you go down to so I can see the tokenomics?
Yeah, I like Mosaic. We'll go to the tokenomics here. I'm going to be moving into this one pretty heavily.
Circulating supply is horrendous.
It's low. Circulating is only 6%
billion
out.
Total supply. At least it has a max supply, but
yeah, it's this is something I like what it's doing. It basically just automates staking and delegates and then undelegates tokens for you, and it's kind of like an automated way to maximize returns on staking. And
what
I don't
chain? What chain?
I think it is it's Arbitrum.
So it unstakes and then sells.
Yeah, it's on Arbitrum.
So ETH.
Yeah, it'll do your staking movements for you to get the best returns. So like
moving through different pools.
Anything that it can within
that
what I've
sounds
seen.
risky accumulating.
Yeah,
I know.
Very manipulable.
I didn't even know they were
with
staking
that.
on Arbitrum.
We have to. I believe that it does stake, but it does it through Arbitrum on Ethereum. So most of its actions on Ethereum, it uses Arbitrum, I believe. But in essence, like I remember looking at it like a month ago, and it just simplified the whole process of staking, and I liked that. You know what I mean? I liked how it's kind of like a package deal. So I'm gonna be wanting to do a deep dive into it to like find out how to create that wallet and all of that. But I like it. I like what I've seen so far on it.
I would like that if it was for adding liquidity to pools.
Yeah,
because you can suffer impermanent losses. But if something like that is able to mitigate that risk, that's where it'd be useful. Just for staking, I feel like, okay, I staked this coin here. All right, I want to take it out now. I feel like it's easy enough.
Yeah, and is it liquid staking at that point?
Let's see here. Unlocking potential AI in yield farming. Let's see here. Farm automatically.
My assumption is if it's EVM, it is not liquid staking.
Farm automatically.
They have
on every
liquid
blockchain.
staking.
They just added liquid staking to Ethereum.
They didn't.
Yeah, it's EigenLayer.
Yeah, that's what I'm liking about this. It's opening up, man. Things are changing.
It's not liquid staking.
I'm using my
It's restaking, right?
I'm using my ETH to get ETH, and then I can use my ETH in like DeFi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not liquid staking.
It is liquid because I still have my ETH that I could use in DeFi. If it was just staking, it'd just be like, all right, I put it in this whatever, and it's sitting there.
So you have to take an asset and then convert it to another asset and then to another asset.
Well,
He's mad about the intermediary.
that's
coins.
not-
I take ETH and I turn it into another form of ETH. I could still get my initial back whenever I want, but I can use my ETH now to use DeFi.
Have you convinced yourself yet?
I'm doing it right. I know I am. I understand this.
I believe in Ethereum.
It's liquid.
Yeah, man. Like,
Who cares about a $20 gas fee?
I like this thing. I'll probably be putting like maybe $300 or $400 into it. Powered by Layer 0 messaging layer. It's got all these different things. It's plugged into Arbitrum, Layer 0. It's got the bells and whistles of 1 out of something.
I like the old CRT static on their website. I just noticed that. Go back to the screen capture.
What, this?
Yeah, the backgrounds is all like the old CRT static.
No, I know. They have a very interesting layout. And again, I have a lot of work to do as far as digging in on seeing what chains it connects me to, but I am very interested in what this thing's doing, along with EtherFi. God, there's so many things to do. EtherFi, Mosaic.
You can get like 5,000 points just for adding your email.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can, there's like a cool off every day where you can get points. That's the one where I got my ETH and I turned it into, I staked it on Pendle.
Then what kind of bonus do you get for giving them your fingerprints? Is that like?
It was a hair sample and I haven't gotten the results back, so I'll let you know.
My God.
Nice.
BJ's big mad.
I'm not mad at all. I'm just being a troll.
I know. Yeah, but this is one of them. There's a few others, but essentially I think I've checked the box on render. Now I'm back in on that project. It feels good, but I hope that we do kind of stay trapped in this 40 to 45 range for some time. That's my hopes. And as long as we don't break below that 39.5 level, I don't think that we'll be heading too much further down from that, but it does look pretty sticky and icky out there. So be careful out there. A lot of people on leverage trades are getting liquidated. There's a heavy ups and down swings. So just be cautious right now. What you got, Taco?
Faden TradFi says, I slept on Egan, but waiting for that Frax pool. I believe Egan is opening back up, and I think they have a 300,000 ETH cap. So after they open back up, I think in a few days, you'll be able to use it again.
All right. Well, until next week, it's the weekend. I think I'm going to go live late night tonight. Just kind of an update on where the markets end up from today. It's been a little bit chaotic.
Your mommy's not in town to tuck you in anymore.
That's so true. She's not in town to tuck me in anymore. Now I got more time to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think I'll be doing that. Going out with a video about ICP because I feel very strongly about ICP. I think it's going to be a big surprise for a lot of people sleeping on it. So I'll be coming out with those this weekend. Keep an ear out for that. Share the stream. Smash the like if you love your freedom. I appreciate every single one of you for joining me today, and I will see you on Monday. Take care.
Bye.